Hey guys, 224Big here. Here was a couple of other YouTuber friends, Rayman, Crash Bandicoot,
Hey.
the Ultimate Pie Master because he likes pie a lot,
Hello, my buddy.
and an old friend of mine's Lionel Robert.
Hello, everybody. I'm Lionel.
His nickname is Lionel. Okay. But we decided to come here today and discuss a certain topic that came to my mind on Twitter. I know it's probably been on his Twitter for a while, but I just knew about it until like a few days ago. I just really wanted to get this off my mind and share it with you guys and a couple of other friends too here. So the Twitter page is about moms against gaming. That's the Twitter page, moms against gaming. So basically, it's a bunch of moms that in America and also in Canada doing one thing to accomplish, and that's to ban violent video games. Not just violent video games, but just games in general, apparently. Because, like, I saw a Vine of a mom, like, destroying her son's video games of Assassin's Creed and Duke Nukem Forever. And not only that, she was also destroying the 4 copies of NHL hockey. In my words, I'm actually quite surprised about that, considering that NHL is not violent at all. Well, I guess.
Surely NHL is a spawn of Satan.
You're not a big fan of sports games, are you?
No, I'm just saying.
Yeah, but I'm just saying, sports games are not considered violent unless you're doing like something like UFC or wrestling or something. But that's not the point I'm guessing to. These are just basically moms that hate gaming a lot, just think it's poisoning and all that stuff. And for those of you who don't know, actually, hold on, I'm actually on the Twitter page right now. I'll be reading about what they said, like, wait, what was it? Yeah, yesterday they tweeted out apparently Australia has banned Grand Theft Auto, Brazil has banned Nintendo, and video games are now banned in Greece. For those of you who don't know, so Pie Master and Lionel, what are your thoughts on that?
Well, it kind of disturbs me because I'm noticing more and more at this point in time, our concept of freedom of speech is breaking down more and more. At least people can't take it. People don't like freedom of speech anymore. They're losing the idea that, hey, if I don't like this, I'll leave it alone. No, they think if I don't like this, no one must have it. Like, I don't like this video game, therefore no one can have this video game. That's a really
North
disturbing
Korea.
thought. France, that shooting in Paris.
Yeah.
You know, it's things like that that really disturb and piss me off because people cannot handle the things they don't like. They want everybody to agree with them. People in Paris, they were pissed off because their prophet was being, satirized. North Korea doesn't like other ideas and all that. It upsets me personally.
Yeah, and Pie Master, you have any thoughts?
This is why you don't let the Westboro Baptist Church get a Twitter page. That shit's gonna happen.
And the funny thing about it actually is, the leader of Brazil is actually a mom, so that's another reason why it's probably banned in Nintendo's banned in Brazil. Considering a mom probably against gaming too. And there are a couple of retweets they actually said too. It's called. So there's one guy who mentioned him saying Brazil is one step ahead of America in terms of peace, which I think is not true at all considering the crazy stuff that goes on in Brazil. So. And another one that it says, thank God, soon games will be banned in all countries, and white male gamers will be sent away for re-education.
This is making me so freaking pissed off right now. Really, re-education for someone having an opinion and liking something. Wow, you guys are sheltered.
Yeah. And here,
It really gets to me. I mean, this is the same treatment. Just a little over a century ago, movies were going through the same treatment. They thought that movies were trying to hypnotize children to be Satanists,
Or television.
and such. Yeah, and television, and even books. Even fucking books went through this process quite a while ago. And we're still in this awkward, phase where video games now being accepted as art, people are against it and upset with it. It only makes me mad that people are really taking this seriously. At least, not many people ban TVs. Not many people ban books. But, I mean, you could burn books, but you could just make more. But for video games, they're actually banning it. That's like, why? They're harmless. There's never been a study that makes a connection between violence and video games. If there was, Japan would be a wasteland of insanity and violence. But Japan isn't. Japan is fine. Japan has better gun control. Japan treats mental illness better. That's why Japan doesn't go crazy. America goes crazy because, guns, all that crap.
Yeah, because I think most of that stuff happens just because people meddle with the Second Amendment right there. And also, I just think mentality has nothing to do with gaming. It depends if, like, the person has, like, mental problems and all that stuff. That's my opinion. I'm not really big of an expert on that. But gaming really has nothing to do with that kind of stuff.
Well, I mean, here's the problem.
Can I say something?
People... Oh, yeah, you can.
People, they don't understand. Like, older people, like, in their 50s or 60s, they're thinking, oh, we're so smart, so obviously we know what's best for everybody. So obviously video games are bad because they're new. There's something that we're not used to, so
it's unorthodox.
They're
Yeah,
bad. I think that South Park did a great sort of representation of it with their last episode of season 18. Where basically they said, well, Kyle, the character from the show, was like, basically, well, you can't like this. He was talking to his little brother, because, I don't like it, and you're only supposed to play video games, not watch people do commentary on video games. And, you just had, like, this whole sort of, backlash against that. But really, it's just the progression of just humanity, and you're just going to have to get used to it.
Yeah, it reminds me of those old people who say that vaccines are bad because they're old and they're experts. When really they're not experts, they're just good at not getting hit by a bus for 70 years.
Yeah.
It's just people afraid of progression. That's been around since the dawn of man, and they're going to be past. We're going to forget about them. Video games are going to go forward. They're going to be forgotten about and obscured throughout history.
Yeah. And the funny thing about it is, actually, there was someone who replied to them about that, where there was a bunch of games banned everywhere. And there's a guy named Ezekiel Noon. He said, if we cannot have games together, we will make our own, and damn the consequences. And the Mom Against Gaming page replied back, have fun in jail. And they replied, and Ezekiel replied back saying, before or after fun is made illegal.
Oh my god.
Yeah. When you think about it, because there's nothing technically wrong with gaming though. Considering, look how gaming has affected a lot of people's lives. Look at the most popular people on YouTube. You got people like PewDiePie, Vanoss, Captain Sparkles, and look at them.
Yeah, it's not just the fact that video games are good at, making people popular, but it's also the fact that video games are the most unique art form I've ever seen. Because they're so brilliant at combining elements of books and movies together. It can be as long as it wants. It needs to be confined into a certain time span. You can hear the characters', voices and just hear what they're going through and feel the interactive experience while also having the visual experience of a movie. So video games are a really necessary and really brilliant art form that's truly brought some of the greatest stories ever told that wouldn't be the same if it was a book or a movie like Metal Gear Solid. If that was a movie, it wouldn't work as well. If it was a game, playing with the player, interaction with the player really works.
Yeah. It's because audiences don't know what to expect with video games. With movies, there's a sort of standard. With video games, you're not unlimited. You have your imagination to work with.
Yeah, you have choice. You can do what you want. That's the big difference between games. Games have choice. You can choose to do this or go that way and change the story if you want. That's one of the best things about it, in my opinion.
Yeah. And wait, do you guys know apparently Kingdom Hearts is supposed to come out this year?
That would be awesome. I heard about that.
Yeah, so apparently they tweeted about that like on New Year's Eve. I'm trying to find it right now so I can read to you guys. I read it to Rayman. Wait, Rayman, do you remember?
Yeah, kinda.
Okay, can you tell him what a big... Oh yeah, here it is. We must come together to stop the new Kingdom Hearts game from being released this year.
Oh my freaking god.
Oh yeah, and there's more they said about it. It says, Disney characters are known as the Heartless in Kingdom of Hearts, but we all know that the true Heartless are the people that play the games.
My fucking god. Oh my god, how can someone be so stupid and so uptight, man? This has got to be a troll Twitter page. I swear to God.
No, it's not a troll. I actually saw a Vine about this kind of stuff where a mom
Well,
destroyed it.
that was my first thought at first, that it must be a troll, because there's also a site that says concerned mothers against anime. You know, and they're a troll. We know they're a troll now. So you sure this is a real thing?
Yeah,
These people really that stupid?
Yeah, I'm actually. This is true because it's been here for a while actually, and it was actually created by moms and all that stuff. And it was actually I saw a video of this on Vine where a mom was actually destroying their video games, like I just mentioned earlier. So
Could have been like a joke Vine though.
no, it was not. They actually like broke the disc in half. They were scratching it on this pavement.
Well, maybe.
Yeah, and let me read you a couple
video
more.
games are evil.
Let me read you a couple more tweets what they said about Kingdom Hearts. Keys are not weapons. We have heard countless stories from fed-up moms that have to hide their keys from their degenerate gamer sons.
Are you? Oh my God.
And here's another one where they mention Mickey Mouse. Mickey Mouse is not a murderer, and it's disgusting that a game that portrays him as such. It is considered a classic children's game. Ban it.
Can we like send these people to a mental asylum, please?
Oh, and here's the last one they said about this. Kingdom Hearts is a children's game that is about killing beloved Disney characters. We need to ban it.
You know, I can't say anything. I can't say anything that has already been said.
Yeah, honestly, you guys have played Kingdom Hearts before, right?
Yes, I have.
I have not, but I really do want to play it.
You should. I've never. If you don't, you'll die.
No, because here's the thing about it. Kingdom Hearts isn't about killing Disney characters at all. I mean, sure you fight Disney villains, but you don't actually kill them or such.
I'm gonna slit your throat, motherfucker! You're gonna die right now.
What the? Was that
Exactly.
you? Was that you, Pie Master?
Yeah, it was me.
Oh. Okay, but I mean, if you see the story, the main plot is just to bring the worlds together and just get rid of the world of the Heartless that's created by Maleficent, I think. Yeah.
Yeah, it's basically the whole story and the whole theme of the game does not revolve around the termination of other characters. It's the whole story about the game revolves around this mystical journey throughout a Disney-like land and environment where you see all your Disney characters together interacting with one another, which is something you don't always see. Like, you don't see Maleficent interacting with Mickey Mouse in anywhere other than Kingdom Hearts now. That's why it's so nice and joyful to see together.
Yeah, and plus it's basically an RPG, which RPGs aren't nearly that violent. I mean, sure, it's kind of based off Final Fantasy, but I mean, yeah, but the main plot is just you go into different worlds of Disney and just lock the keyholes that are supposedly hidden in them, and that's it. And they also said something about Minecraft also being violent too.
Sorry.
Minecraft being violent?
Yeah. Oh yeah, and they added a Stephen Colbert report. So apparently they congrated Stephen Colbert from grateful that he raised awareness for us moms against Minecraft who think it's a threat, because they basically showed a picture of, I think his name Tom from Minecraft, was it? The main guy you usually are in Minecraft.
Steve?
I never played Minecraft. So yeah. Oh yeah, Steve. Yeah, thank you for correcting me on that, Pie Master. So Steve from Minecraft, and there's a picture of him holding an AK-47 shooting it.
Well, Stephen Colbert kind of plays a character on a show. He plays the conservative character. So they probably took his joke seriously.
Yeah, they did.
Because they're dumbasses. They don't understand parody. They don't understand video games. They don't understand a joke. Because they're religious nuts who are sheltered the fuck away. Who can't accept change. That's who these assholes are.
Yeah. I probably think you're right about that. And I think another thing is they just accept the hate that they get. And can I tell you exactly how many followers they have?
You can.
What? 1,000?
No, they have 18,200 followers.
Faith in humanity gone, everybody. Sorry. Yep, I'm leaving.
Wow.
Ay.
How?
I know, it's hard to imagine that, isn't it?
Yeah, it's well, I mean, the little tiny spark of hope I have left for this species kind of says that perhaps more than half of the followers are people who enjoy laughing at their posts, you know, who enjoy making podcasts and Skype calls about it with their friends.
Yeah, probably.
Hopefully.
Yeah, but I feel like I really wanted to make this video just to give our thoughts, because honestly, we're local gamers. We've like been gaming for almost most of our lives. I mean, sure, gaming sometimes we do anything, like if we play fighting games, Call of Duty or that stuff, it can piss us off, but it won't make us go on a total rampage about it. Yeah, because I like.
We are gamers.
Yeah, I mean, like I can rage a lot sometimes when I lose in fighting games or get killed a lot in Call of Duty, but I mean I get mad about it a lot, but I wouldn't go on a total rampage about it. Yeah, exactly.
Gaming at its core is about having fun with friends or having fun by yourself.
Yeah, exactly.
It certainly is not about let's regulate them, let's teach them this. Gaming at its core is about that. We shouldn't be censoring that away from students and kids.
Yeah. And I think another problem is it's just, I think parents think it's like too addicting sometimes. It distracts them a lot from other stuff. But
exactly. And also, can I say something?
Yeah.
Yes.
You know, people are probably complaining, oh, GTA 5 are corrupting the children, Grand Theft Auto and Call of Duty are corrupting the children. They have ratings.
Yeah.
ESRB,
I mean, if
E-rated, B10, teen, they have ratings.
Yeah.
So it's specific for a specific age group, like a movie. You can not have your kid play it.
Yeah, exactly.
Right?
Like if it was a teen rated or M-rated game, you have the choice if they can get it or not. So.
This whole issue is really for the parents. It's not necessarily the gaming community's responsibility to regulate who gets what game. It's your responsibility as a parent. And if you really don't want your child playing this game, like GTA 5 for example, if you don't want your child playing that game, do not say just because, or because I said so. That's a horrible response. You have to say why. You have to say because I'm afraid it might corrupt you, or I'm afraid you won't understand it. You know, use detailed explanations and really give your thoughts why. You can't just say because. That's a stupid response and doesn't get you anywhere. In fact, it makes kids want to play it even more. Just because you say just because.
Yeah.
Yep, exactly. You know, it also, if you think that you can trust your child, then try it. I mean, not every single M-rated game is gonna be some satanic cult. None of them are. Basically, none of them are.
Unless if it's a horror game, probably.
Probably, but that's for the sake of adding to atmosphere. But, you know, my mom probably trusted me. One of the first games that I ever played was Jack 2 and 3. And, you know, it was a teen-rated game, and I played it when I was 4 years old. Obviously, nothing happened. I'm not in some satanic cult. I'm not worshiping Satan. Well, maybe the South Park Satan, but that's it.
Well, it's not all. I mean, even that's not that bad if you worship
exactly.
Satan, as long as you're not killing anybody or sacrificing somebody. But if you worship, even if you worship Satan, that's not all that bad.
Yeah.
Not saying I worship him, but just saying. Yeah. Even so, video games have never corrupted anybody or make anybody want to kill. Killing would still have occurred even without the video game involved.
Exactly.
And even if they were somehow a factor, they're no more a factor than books or graphic novels or even the news. Even the news is violent stuff and talks about violent stuff.
Exactly. I mean, the video games, for someone who's not entirely up there in the head, you know, they would have just been sort of that pushing factor that would have pushed someone to edge to shoot someone or kill someone or something like that. You know, it's not just the video games. It's not just Call of Duty. It means that your child is probably messed the hell up.
Yes. No one is one Call of Duty game away from killing people. You have to have so many other factors there, like mental illness. You have to have grown up in an environment, maybe an abusive environment, or be insecure, or be a sociopath, just something. There's tons of other factors here. And if video games were the pushing factor that helped make it forward, well, there's nothing we could do about that. We have to solve what's before that. We have to solve the mental illness problem. We can't solve the game problem. We Because really, you cannot not make an entire society suffer for the cases of a few. If it really did make some people violent, and if it did, it would be rare. If it did make some people violent, we cannot shut it all off universally from everybody. We need to have different ways of solving this. Look at Japan. Japan is buried on video games. But how many killings does happens in Japan? I'll tell you, not that often. Not that often at all. And yet, it's one of the most advanced countries in the world. If not the most advanced, slightly above the U.S.
So do you guys have any final thoughts?
Oh, I have one more thing to say.
Yeah.
Yes.
I just think that the Moms Against Gaming thing is just a group of dumbasses with no life.
I think that my final response is that I think they're just part of like the conservative crowd of people who desperately want to feel oppressed. So they want to feel like they're being held down because they want to fight for something. They want to feel like black people from the 1960s or women from the 1920s. They want to feel like they're the next group that's being shut down by this evil force, and they want to rise against it. So they'll be viewed in history as heroes, when in reality they'll be viewed as idiots.
Hi, Master.
Oh. They're all dumbasses. They just have to accept it. Because gaming isn't going to stop. No matter how much these idiots think that they're getting done, gaming is probably the most successful market out there.
It is.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah, and not to mention, just to point out, they retweeted that if they ban gaming, like, most of the world's economy will drop down.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's basically it. We just really wanted to give our thoughts about it. And, yeah, so. Because personally, I was shocked by this page. I mean, I didn't know that this was actually a Twitter page until like a few days ago, just like I said earlier. So, yeah, but that's it for now. So, we'll eventually make something else later on in the future. I'm not really sure. It depends if we find out anything else later on in the future. But that's all. We just gave our thoughts, and I just wanted to let you guys know that. And we really wanted to make a video on this just to give our thoughts about it. So, until then, 224 Rick, Pie Master, Lionel Robert, and Raymond Crash Bandicoot are out. Thank you for watching.